instant any normal bear sees a person, it should be gone. Is he on a kill? Or is that a rock he's standing on? Hit, hit! Well, we're just gonna get along the trail here and just get by him, and I'm sure he's gonna come back. So I'm burying it.
Those aggressive defensive encounters, we see that bears are protecting three things. They're protecting a food source, their cubs, or their personal space.
Well, bear went over the hill. We're gonna keep going up the drainage. We were gonna camp right around the corner here. We might just go a whisker farther.
Good thing is he's not gonna wanna leave that.
No.
But you still have to deal with him.
Right.
I get to come back by here by myself with 4 horses. Goody.
This is what it's all about for us, making memories in the mountains. Man, he must have ate a whole jar of cranberries and a whole beaver to get poop like that. Ha! Hunting in grizzly bear habitat, how should a hunter change their methods when in grizzly bear habitat compared to somewhere else?
So grizzly bears throws a whole nother dynamic into hunting. Archery season is by far the most dangerous time of year.
Yeah, he's just standing guard. I'm up here watching big 6x7 pushing off a 300-inch bull. The 6x7's probably 340, 350. Doesn't have the biggest beams. He only has 3 cows now. And he's pretty aggressive keeping that 300-inch bull out of there. And he's up right in the back end of a box canyon. So we essentially have him cornered. We're just gonna see what he does and see where he goes to bed. Big bull's at the end of the canyon, so we'll just keep slipping up the creek. We got a good wind coming down.
This is just a time of year in the fall when bears, they're about to go into hibernation, so they're really trying to load up on calories, and you're out there hunting elk and they're out there hunting elk.
Should be up here another couple hundred yards. We're gonna get up on his elevation. He's coming across.
You're hidden and you're sounding like an elk, you smell like an elk, so the bear naturally is hunting you. And if you're alone, boy, that's as dangerous as you can set it up for.
I'm trying to bugle, get him to come down. He's pretty aggressive this morning, so we'll see what we can do. He's gonna push his cows to bed up around the corner, but the wind's coming down this way. I don't even know if it's possible.
So as far as food items to consider to store away from your immediate camp, what are those other than food?
Bears, they have a really good sense of smell. Anything with an odor can be an attractant. Toothpaste, sunscreen, hand soap, food, garbage, we want to store that unavailable to bears.
We have a bear hang pole here provided by the Forest Service. I have my 1/4-inch nylon rope, about 20 feet of it. Just tying a rock on here, trying to get this thing over here. Okay, that worked out pretty good. Our bag, this is actually a dry bag from Eberly stock. And I put everything in here that a bear might be interested in or that he could smell. That goes in here. The dry bag's nice because it keeps everything dry. The 2 half hitch here onto the dry bag. Pull this thing up. You want to get at least 10 feet up and 4 feet out. Good right there. I go with my taut line hitch. It doesn't get much easier than that.
G-unit right there. Look at the hump on that thing. He's literally laying like he is dead in the wallow right there. He's alive. It's like 10 degrees out there, I'm ballistic. We're just down by the trail here and we heard a bugle. Saw some bulls moving up here. Yeah, he's probably a 330. He's a nice bull. I gave him a couple bugles and he's like looking down here, but I think he's gonna wrap around and feed on that south face of this ridge. He's bugling and searching. I don't know how hot he is as far as if he would run down off there to here, but he looked at that. You can probably bet it's gonna be an interesting evening. Tim, he is coming down the mountain. Well, I guess we'll go try to kill him.
So knowing what you're going to do with your meat before you actually go harvest it
That's number one.
is huge.
Yeah.
I think he's down in this draw. I'm gonna get up on this lip and bugle facing down in here, and then we're gonna get up on that ridge a little bit, and hopefully we can call him below us. We have a wind coming up.
As hunters, we're really focused in on the game and we kind of have tunnel vision, but you need to be aware of bear tracks and scat and sign that there's grizzly bears in the area.
There's a front bed right there. Oh, that's a cool bull. We're gonna go back around the back side of this. We've had a good wind coming down the valley and see if we can cut him off. There's another bull bugling around the corner. We'll just wait here for a little bit, see what happens. Should be right over here. made it perfect. We got a lot of work to do. I think we're just gonna gut him tonight. We'll come back in the morning and quarter him. Let's go recover him and then we'll get him taken care of.
When you're field dressing it, it's a good idea to have somebody on lookout. Once you start opening the critter up and you get that blood smell in the air, that's gonna attract bears.
I've investigated with the Game and Fish and Wildlife Service a lot of maulings, and number one thing is nobody was watching when that bear came in from behind him.
Man, this is what I came in here for. We're full of grizzly bears, but we're full of bulls too.
Hey man, can you hear me? I got a good one. Big bull, right place, right time. He freaking let out a bugle right over the hill, right behind us. So we sit down, and he comes up cresting the hill at 10 yards screaming, and I aced him.
Grizzly just walked through the saddle behind us. Good thing he didn't come around on top of us. Frick. Well, last night we just gutted this bull. We left a couple shirts on his antlers, propped him up, and I put my white game bags up there. We're about 200 yards from him. Doesn't look like he's been disturbed.
So say I do come back to the carcass, there's a bear eating on my meat. What do you do?
So in Wyoming, if there's a bear on your carcass, you need to leave that carcass and not get into a dangerous encounter with that bear. Part of the risk of hunting in bear country, and at the end of the day, you've lost your carcass and you've punched your tag, but in reality, that doesn't happen that often in northwest Wyoming.
If you take the steps that we're talking about, you shouldn't have a problem. Propped him up like this, let that air escape. It was too late last night to really get him quartered in Grizz country, so we peed around here. We put our base layers on him just to have that scent up here. And sure enough, I mean, there's not even any birds up here. All right, let's get this back strap off.
Somebody call a backcountry taxi?
I was wondering, I was on my Uber about 24 hours ago, and look what showed up.
Yeah, cash, check, or credit card.
Hung them up and everything, didn't have any problems last night, so meat comes up the hill, onto the horses, and we're out of here. Just as slick as you please. One down. Yeah. One more.
Leroy doesn't even know there's anything on him.
Yeah.
Okay. Pull it.